down to the grid and get some thoughts from Honda. Stefan Bradl in for...
But it looks to me that you're even...
Owner, Honda World Superbike star, replacing the injured Duan Mir.
Going into this one.
Well, of course,
Masso, Michelin Motorsport manager, who's for some.
Piero.
because of the temperature and the distance, but we still have...
That he can lose this World Championship. Ducati domination. Luca is a red-hot favourite in scorching hot conditions, and Fabio Quartararo break Ducati's iron-gripped full house over 105. Bagnaia, the world champion, in second. Marini on that Grand Prix, wins for the first time in his MotoGP career.
For the medium and the soft rear tyre. Top four on...
Today in Assen, and of course when fans have come into this great circuit here this week, grab your tickets now. It's going to be the hottest ticket in September. In the present though, it's all lights out and away we go here in Assen. He's got 3 Ducatis in the first corner.
Poor start for Fabio Quartararo. He's back down in the middle. He's trying to make ground from where he is on the grid, but Ben
can roam 4th. He's down in 12th.
And Jorge Martin to this Grand Prix.
What a sensational start there. Well, to brilliant effect. He judged the lights himself, but he got through on Bagnaia, Bezzecchi and Marini.
Marini behind him, and Oliveira were looking back at battling for 9th place. Jack Miller on the move too, as he comes through on Maverick Vinales.
4th over the line. Miguel Oliveira's had a really good kick.
Grand Prix, we're on board then with Pecco Bagnaia. We know that
Fabio Quartararo had a really poor first lap, didn't he, as we mentioned. Not what we were expecting to see from Zarco. Look like he's going to be having up Binder for an attack here on the brakes in the Timmer chicane.
Well, that Timmer chicane where he is so good on the brakes. You can see
down to the braking zone for the first corner. He just got the better drive grip coming out the Timmer. Careers out in front of him. So now Red Bull K going for it. He is. This is... Oh, somebody's down further back the road then. There's going to be no double podium for him. This is a fast part of the drama. Bagnaia then has taken the lead. Binder in second place. Bezzecchi is the fast man circuit. He now moves on the inside of Marini.
Worse by that crash, but the brilliant...
And that's Maverick Vinales. Vinales, well, we just said he's... Maverick Vinales then.
Haven't had a look at turn 7 because there's gravel all over they all went down together, but Bagnaia sets his soul a prettier contender now in that leading quartet.
Binder and Bezzecchi were directly ahead of him. He has got a bit of breathing space here, tyre. He's going to be maybe a little bit...
Previous lap cost him a good half second. He did a 1:34. He's now been overtaken by Jorge Martin, who's starting to make progress. He did his...
Having a lonely ride in that 4th place. Hit it wrong, didn't he? Pushed a little bit offline going in to the Timmer 4. Made that look so easy. It looks like Marini just placed already on this current lap, or at the end of the last lap and the start.
And into the final chicane as Martin cut it tight. You can see further behind them. He's been able to chip away a 10th or 2 in the first.
He's about to complete lap 6. Lap 5 though, through this tight first sector here, referred to as the good old-fashioned classic. He's gone down, so already early on.
And he's done some damage clearly, because you can see
Quartararo goes down his own, and on the outside,
yeah.
There's out in the same instant. The best news for them, though, they were
very close to the back of Brad Binder through the Rushken hook.
Doing a sightseeing trip in between the German, and faster than Bagnaia and Binder directly ahead of him. Actually, he's so good at turning that Ducati. Way to go here in Assen. And I guess one of the big question marks, he hit the front.
And he also needs to try and manage. He was setting fastest laps for fun early on in the race, but he is now... Binder does tend to close up on the back of Pecco Bagnaia of 26. This is lap 10, and once again, Marco Bezzecchi.
The only first gear corner around Assen. There, sticking vertically up in the air. So there's Quartararo. Sundays in Assen of late have been not very kind. Hand side, damage to his front brake lever protector, and he's still there.
Bit of a lonely afternoon there in 5th place. He did his personal best last time in the 4 riders ahead of him, unless anyone runs into tyre problems.
This is Fargo, when you think about that big early contact with Marini fighting fit back at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Difficult to breathe before he even sat on that Repsol Honda. Side here then in Assen as Binder's KTM.
He's now behind Frankie Morbidelli as well. Morbidelli the solo. It clearly wasn't the case. It was clearly the pace getting quicker. But Binder, to his credit, is putting in a...
His team would have told him, he probably saw it as well, that Binder's got place and a pace where he doesn't really want to be. Again, is the slightly quicker man in second place. 3-4, stabilising that gap to around...
Why Binder was able to crawl all over the back of him. Miguel Oliveira, he's exceeded track limits. A long lap penalty.
Nightmare for the Noali factory with a way to go here. We're just about now through the first sector very shortly.
Pecco Bagnaia, so is he now taking this opportunity to try and bolt up Binder? Needs to...
There's confirmation on your screens of Jorge Martins in the second half of this Grand Prix. Although 2 in a fighting 4th place. and he's just
11th place. He's now dropped to the back of our 16-rider field. Lap the first half of the lap, bagnaia extended that lead to almost a second.
he does with Marc Marquez absent from this Grand Prix.
Played a part. I went down to the garage. They're not telling me. Talk of a head shake. You know, there's
Oliveira's race coming to a premature end. He was pretty rapid on side of your picture. Here's our band, the South African, his front wheel. There's Aleix Espargaro. Martin just coming briefly into his shot there. He's fifth. Alex 13th and 14th respectively.
Just on limited time remaining in this Grand Prix, 10 laps to go. He can't wait too much longer before he has to launch an attack if he's to complete that double victory here this weekend.
Has been, they're just starting to hit rear through the high speed turns 6 and 7. 10 to go here. You know Binder's in to bagnaia. What can he do in these
finals chicane? Binder opts not to do that. His battle, who did a 33.3 last time around, has 1 point.
Charging Binder at bay because he knew any chance that he had of get back immediately through on him, because that would have been game over. You can see good. It looks like he's breaking Binder finally here. They're coming together now. What can he do? What has he got left as we move into the final 7.5 laps? And
again, it's Fabian Gian Antonio who's gone down at the slow speed gets off. There are no more slower.
He's the man on the charge here. He's the man to watch because Aleix is down on Percetakan and Binder on the brakes. The Timothy that was by Aleix Espargaro. It was his best of the Grand late charge coming here from Aleix Espargaro.
Brad Binder might be about to deal more late heartache at Assen for Brad Binder. That
through the vein schlang, and that's just cost him more metres to bet on last year. Can't believe we're saying that. Aleix Espargaro. And Espargaro's pace, his great 4th straight Sunday podium in 2023.
Yeah, he's the fastest. Last lap then, bagnaia did a 1:33.5, but Cetak
last year when there were some rain spots falling, it was all about circulating in 3rd and 4th place. ASSEN circuit after he lost the podium in the sprint.
He's back under a second now between bagnaia,
who has another snake left-right. Year-old Spaniard. He came over the line exactly 3/10 in the slipstream of a rider ahead of him.
Deserved shout out for Taka Nakagami. He's on a machine that not many people.
Did find a PB lap at 1:33.534 in that's at Red Bull KTM garage because of late Espargaro. He's been in these positions before as Alex Marquez over Luca Marini, so that's not going to disturb him too much.
Zeki at 33.8. He might want a defensive job for the remaining stages of this race in 3rd place. Aleix out of the pair ahead of him, and it's a 3-way fight now for the final.
We haven't really seen that much. I just wonder if that's maybe some turbulent sector sticking vertically in the air. That was, of course, with the man who did the dream double 7 days ago in the. It's clever here, Jorge Martin. He's worked so hard to get himself in first gear to Struben. That could be where he sets up the move. That's where be his 4th Grand Prix victory in 8 so far. The drone camera as our top 5 men close enough to strike on Aleix Espargaro through.
Martin battle. They were all quicker. Done such a good job of getting to the front at the right moment, passing and 5th place. Aleix Espargaro, is he going to produce more last lap?
Quickly work his way through on the pair of them, but this time around in the Netherlands, here comes Aleix Espargaro down to turn 16 and 17 in this battle for the final place.
Here's the Binder through the fast corners, and then they begin to wind through the gears through
into the Timothy chicane they come. There's no it's Pecco Bagnaia who takes the victory. Brilliant for Timothy chicane,
who was due to start from 17th on the grid anyway. Juni VR 46 man yesterday.
Marco in the Sunday feature Grand Prix so far this season. That lap, so he got a post-race 3-second penalty, which for informed Frenchman Johan Zarco, he finished it in 13th.
This afternoon, let's find out what his team manager Pablo Nieto.
Oh, it's unknowable, I know, but Marco.
It was an amazing race, no? Really difficult, the fighting with
Marco's, and Pecco's looks like he's copied one of mine.
Anyway, it's going to be hard because.
To use over that full race distance, the medium rear time of the pair of them here this weekend. Luca Marini for the 4th time this season. And he got a late penalty to just rub salt into the wound as well.
An incident involving Luca Marini's older sibling, Valentino. We made contact and I had to run over the chicane because there was no. It was Luca Marini's worst fears realised. He did fear that he wouldn't have the pace.
The chassis, you know, Honda that he rode yesterday first, and I imagine he's going to come in at, I believe is setting wide.
Percetakan though is the overwhelming pre-season fastest in both sessions on Friday, fastest in free. I know I just post-sprint held his hand up, said to get some rear chatter on that factory Ducati, and then he just felt like 7th sprint podium in 8 for the man who was. They come through the fast 4th gear, a ramshot corner. Quartararo in 2023 for Yamaha, that would be a massive pre-spect.
Of course, he came into the sprint yesterday with that eased the comfort for him, but you saw him hop the slaps of racing ahead of us, and Fabio Quartararo is Monroe.
Well, they'll take any kind of break at the moment. West in the main Grand Prix in Misano a couple of years ago, Fabio Quartararo, he got dropped back to 13th at very early on after just had a massive spike, front tyre pressure and temperature, his way into podium contention, and just as he did, he came over the line at the end of that sprint in 6th.
It was a one-hit wonder for Jorge Martin by Taka Nakagami, who's done a 132.6 to perhaps muscle in on that top 6 battle, a circuit that he's taken 8 podiums in the past, including one last.
Championship lead by 5 points, stretched it out over Jorge Martin first in Moto3 back in 2016. He loves to play so much. He's got his bagnaia at 132.571, puts him a whisker. Bagnaia versus Bezzecchi. It was those two that were how it unfolds, because Bezzecchi feels like Bezzecchi, who has completely dominated this weekend.
Today they're going to spend the entire 5-week summer break. There's no question that there's pressure involved, but Marco Betti relationship, are you going to be reminding Pecco Bagnaia of your victory? Yes, absolutely. So there's definitely a little bit of this 5-week summer break, having had the last word here at ASSEN this afternoon.
The outcome was a very uncomfortable ASSEN experience for Fabio Quartararo. Tough, physical 26-lap Dutch TT this afternoon. The high-speed change of direction around this ASSEN. Bastianini, he had a very difficult day yesterday. Was Bastianini, although full credit to him, he came a very long and taxing race this afternoon over the full distance.